Hey, what is going on, guys? My name's Long Sensation, and today what I got for you guys is the top 5 things you may have missed within the Shadows of Evil's Zombies trailer. Now, I do want to stress that if you have seen some of this information before, then you don't need to comment it in the comment section below, because quite simply, I think that quite a lot of people may have missed on a lot of this information. I have been looking at a lot of YouTuber breakdowns, and not a lot of people have covered a lot of these things, so definitely just leave in the comment section below, though, how many of these points out of 5 did you actually not know? So let's just get into it. We're going to be taking a look at the gumball machine straight away, because this is one of the subtle things that I did notice within the trailer, and not a lot of people did pick up on it. So first of all, let's take a look at the purple gumball. Now this does show on the image of the gumball that it is a man, and it's also got another man next to it, which I presume is a zombie, and the other man that is stood up is essentially got his hands over his eyes, which indicates that the zombie can't see him. And of course, within the trailer, we do see that this person, all of the zombies are walking around this person, which does suggest that this gumball is invisibility or something of that sort. Now, the reason why I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that these gumballs are not perks, because quite simply they will run out after a certain amount of time. I mean, I can't really imagine someone getting invisibility and then just completely lasting forever, because that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense within zombies. And of course, I would expect that this will run out at some moment in time, because essentially you do need to die throughout the course of the zombies' rounds, for example. Now, moving on to the next gumball, this is where it gets a tiny bit more interesting. This gumball is orange with loads of different colour parts, and the logo appears to be some kind of zombie hand, or possibly a beast hand, or a bear hand, or something like that, in which the boxer actually eats it. Now, it does go on to the trailer on the next part, in which you can see a kind of a random power-up, which is max ammo, appear in front of him. Now, a lot of people did presume that this individual gumball did indicate that it will create random power-ups. However, actually looking at the trailer a little bit more, you can notice that the person that is eating the gumball is actually the boxer, and then when it moves on to the next scene in which the power-up appears, the max ammo power-up, it is actually the cop that is holding the pistol. You can clearly see, if you take a look at both of the hands, that these are two individual characters, which does suggest that the gumball is entirely something different that I'll get onto a little bit further on down the line. Now, moving on to the next and final gumball, this is a purple and white gumball, in which clearly has some kind of question mark on it, which suggests that it is a random perk or ability that you'll be able to gain when using this gumball machine. Now, when we take a look at the next scene, we can see the female character, which is called Jessica. Zombies are running towards her, in which they are blowing up. So she has got some kind of special gumball, in which is essentially something that will blow zombies up when they touch her. Now, we know it's her because, once again, taking a look at the hand eating the gumball, it shows her eating the gumball, in which suggests that she got this random ability. Now, what does this suggest? It suggests that we've already got around 6 different abilities slash gumballs within the gumball machine. So we have purple, which will be invisibility. We have orange, which is the big hand, in which is currently unknown. We then have purple and white, which of course is the mystery. Then we have another gumball, in which we do not know the colour of as of yet, which will create random power-ups at the click of a button, I presume. Then we have one gumball that will also allow zombies to explode when they're touching the character. That was obtained with Jessica obtaining the mystery gumball. And then finally, we have possibly what could be a gumball slash ability, is that one that will turn you into some kind of tentacle creature, and which is going to lead me on to point number 2, in which you might not know. So when we take a look at the tentacle creature, a lot of people do assume that this is a male character, because a male character is narrating over this, and it actually isn't. It is actually the female. A lot of people was assuming that different characters will have different abilities, such as Nero the magician will be able to transform into this massive tentacle looking creature, when in fact it is actually Jessica that does turn into the tentacle looking creature. So that's something to bear in mind. That's why I think it is also a gumball, and once again, that's just a small little difference slash tease or something like that, whatever you want to say, that you may have missed within the trailer. Now let's move on to some bigger points. The first one is that there are big red buttons around the map, in which a few of them say 2000 and one says 20, and I'll put all the images on screen right now, and I'm not really sure what this could mean. I think that they all are in different locations, and I think that different events will possibly indicate another number, because quite simply I don't understand why one would be 2000 and one would be 20. That doesn't make sense. On the one that is 20, it does look like two other zeros could very easily fit on that sign, and I think that it's basically built up by doing some kind of player actions, for example. So I'm not really sure what that could mean. I'm not sure if it's something to do with doors, for example. I think that it could be possibly to do with Easter eggs or something like that. Of course, this map is going to contain a ton of Easter eggs, and which is why it leads me to my next point. So we're going to take a look further down the line of the trailer, all the way to the end, in which we see this man sort of explode by what appears to be some kind of circular spike orbs or something like that. But quite a lot of people did miss this, and if we take a look at the desk in which the box rises up, we can clearly see an orb, in which we've seen these orbs on maps such as Moon, for example, in which could indicate that the orb once again is going to be a massive thing to do with the Easter egg. Maybe you need to find it, activate it, take it to that place and stuff like that. And I think that the man that does appear is possibly the Shadow Man, in which is essentially the narrator and also the person that put Nero, Jessica, Vincent and Campbell in this map for doing the crimes that they committed. For example, Nero killed someone by throwing a knife. Jessica killed someone as well by stabbing someone that I believe was a customer, because she's a burlesque dancer slash prostitute, possibly. Vincent shoots someone after what seems to be possibly a drug deal, and Campbell puts brass knuckles in his glove and then basically knocks someone's out and could have potentially killed him. Basically seems like they're all murderers, but as of yet we're not entirely sure. Now, moving on to the final point, and this is by far the most interesting point, is the hidden symbols on the hands of the characters. Now, I could only find the symbols on two hands, in which was Vincent and Campbell. If we take a look, I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to make it out as well, but it is the symbol that we see within the Black Ops 3 Zombies marketing material, in which the zombie is holding the card, and essentially what this is the mark of the beast. Now, why am I saying this? If we go to Pro Syndicate's YouTube video, in which he was doing the zombie trapped in a room sort of thing that was displayed over at Comic-Con, you'll notice, I'll put an image on screen, I can't play his video unfortunately, but he notices the symbol within this room and he says the following: it's the mark of the beast. Now, this is a massive relevance because I actually googled the mark of the beast and look what I found over on Google. I'm going to just quickly read out a small little bit because it is the most important part, and this is what the following reads: if anyone worships the beast and his image and receives his mark on the forehead or the hand, he too will drink of wine of God's fury, which has poured full strength into the cup of his wrath. So that is definitely very interesting indeed. Of course, the symbol, the mark of the beast, in which Syndicate stated within his video, is on 2 of 4 of the characters' hands, and we're not entirely sure if it's on the other characters as well. Possibly this could be something to do with an Easter egg. Maybe you activate something and maybe you put your hand in something, for example, and I'm not really sure. Maybe a stamp hits you on the hand or something. Who knows? But of course the symbol is on 2 of the characters' hands, and that is pretty much it. Of course, within the trailer there is a ton of more information, but I wanted to give you guys 5 of the things that you might not have known. Put in the comment section below how many of these you did know. Also leave in the comment section below, what do you think the orange gumball is, in which there is some kind of zombie slash beast hand? I've seen a lot of different theories over on Twitter. Do please follow me on Twitter in the description below, because I do tweet a lot of this stuff out before I make videos. A lot of theories include that it could possibly indicate that you're going to spawn in the boss. Maybe this is a gumball machine in which there's a 50-50 chance you're going to get something good and something bad, and to actually furthermore develop this fact that it is something that you need to use as a part of an Easter egg, because for example with the tentacle looking perk or ability, whatever it is, you see that there is some kind of red, orange slash glowing thing, in which could possibly indicate that you need to be this character to actually do something to do with the Easter egg. So leave all of that in the comment section below. I would definitely appreciate that. And thank you ever so much for the support recently. It's definitely been very, very strong indeed, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you ever so much. I've been Long Sensation, and I'll see you guys in the next video.